Hello everyone, welcome to Model Galaxy, where we bring interviews, gigs, festival and much more into your living room. Subscribe and like, as we have regularly new content. We are here today at EpicFest with the organizer of the fest, where dragons, fairies, epic battles and much more are brought alive. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
No problem at all. And can you introduce yourself as well? How this fest was born out of fantasy, as well Dungeons and Dragons, like the board game, plays an important part as well. So
my name is Søren, and I'm one of the co-promoters of this new festival weekend, where we can actually be with fellow friends within the same kind of style, and people who enjoy and do the same. Yeah, it's important for us.
Amazing. And many bands who we have interviewed on this fest claim this is one and only power metal fest. Do you agree with Søren?
Yeah, at some point I agree. Yeah, I think so. I mean, we got festivals like Prog Power in the USA and Prog Power in Europe, with the main focus is also about power metal, but also the more kind of like proggish kind of styles, hence the name. But a completely clean festival with fantasy themes, we might be one of the first movers, I would say, for this.
Great. So for our viewers, check EpicFest out, as many more to come. And with this said, we saw that EpicFest as well has some promotion to bring this concept to more people. I assume you were on Danish TV. So can you tell us more about EpicFest being there, but as well, how do you promote this?
I would say again, it's about tapping into the whole universe. So when we do Facebook posts and social media posts, etc., we try to, combine the fantasy themes in our lyrics or our text universe, and with the pictures, the maps for the festival has been drawn in.
Yeah, it's like a Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's a Dungeons and Dragons map. So the whole theme, the whole universe is to somehow celebrate the beautiful thing about fantasy, because I think at some point fantasy can, if you're a fan of fantasy, it can be somehow laughable, so to say, for some people. There's a lot of people who actually enjoy this art and look at it as art, and we want to embrace that element that people can come together and celebrate a weekend full of fantasy and art.
And I would say the fit bill is amazing, with Glory Hammer, Beast in Black, Organ, Altarium, and much more bands. It's a great weekend. Cool. And you see as well in the audience yesterday with Glory Hammer, there were unicorns and swords and hammers. And then next day, today, there are people having dragons because Twilight Force. So it's interesting how the concept shaped the life and what interpretation people give to it. So certainly for fantasy, be it EpicFest, has started with Rhapsody of Fire, Blind Guardian. Last year, Some Wandering, and then this year we have the Beast, Twilight Force. So I'm wondering, how does the conceptualization take shape each year? What might be next for the next one?
So the first year was like there's two venues at the festival. This one, it's a city festival where we have like two venues now, where you go between the venues. Last year, we were at the small venue called Gimle. It's a venue in Roskilde.
It's very nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. And we had like a 2-day as well, but only with like 2 bands the first day and 4 bands the other day. With, as you said, Blind Guardian and Rhapsody of Fire, Dream Evil, and a lot more. And so this year we took the chance. I mean, the tickets sold out very, very fast for the first one. So we took the chance, and we have been working hard on to see in what way we could evolve what we have already done the first year, and obviously the next progression would be to evolve into 2 venues. And this Congress Center, which is called King Roa's Hall in all its glory, is very close to Gimle, and they're working together. So obviously we needed to bring EpicFest to this venue we are at now, and in order to do that, we needed more bands, and that was why we looked into what do we want to hear as power metal fan, because that's what we are. That's the reason why we're doing it. It's because we missed something that wasn't there for us. And that was then we looked into what kind of bands could fit into this kind of place, and we needed some variation to the whole program, as well as some big headlines, and that is what I think we have achieved pretty well with the Solar Festival a second time.
And with that said, when do you start organizing this fest, and how do you closely shape it up, basically?
Yeah. It's something that goes on through the year, I would say. It's just a turning wheel,
In February, you're already working on the next one.
Yeah. We have just, basically, as we speak now, we've just announced the names. I don't know if you've seen it yet for next year, some of them.
Not yet, as we were working here on EpicFest, but let's check them out after this interviews for the viewers. Check them out too.
Yeah,
great.
So basically, we're working on the festival through the whole year, and for next year we've announced bands like Stradivarius will be the headliners next year.
Ooh.
So it's pretty cool. We have Roskilde will come here, Theocracy. Judicated will play the first European show coming from the States. Battleborn, Atlantica. There's a lot of underground stuff going on. Yeah, so that's pretty
amazing.
Cool.
So a place to be, basically.
Yeah, place to be, and it will be in April next year.
How come April and not January?
We will not like to be, what could you say, to be bound for a specific date. We want to present the best lineup we can. And in order to do that, we need to be there when the bands are there. We won't do EpicFest in the summertime. We can't compete against the summer festivals; they're simply too big, obviously. But having bands coming over for a tour, like the Beast in Black and Glory Hammer Brothers of Metal tour yesterday.
Yeah.
And then we try to combine, with other bands flying in just for this show. So we're kind of building up, a festival with tours coming.
Nice.
That's why we are open for all dates, so to say.
Nice. Before we talk more about EpicFest, let's take a breath, and talk about something random. As D&D, Dungeons and Dragons fan and fantasy world is mostly known for nerds.
Yeah.
How do you pick up a girl?
How do I pick up a girl? As a as a girlfriend, or how do I pick up a girl? I'm wearing a Zelda shirt. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe my style or something. Yeah, that's a tough question.
Tough, but random.
But random, extremely random. I was. You got me there.
I think we picture you in this sweater.
Yeah.
Trying something out.
Yeah, that's what we need to do, right?
Great. And we have 2 halls. So we spoke about the Gimle, about the King's Hall, and how it shaped up, how it evolved. But this hall, they have an atmosphere. If you look at the bar, there are potions. There is an EpicFest banner. There is a DJ, some crystals. So how do you think this whole outfit of decoration you use brings this aspect out?
Yeah, I think it comes naturally. Actually, when you talk about fantasy, you try again to dig into what kind of elements can bring this whole fantasy universe come to life. and that is kings and queens. It is wizards. It is dragons. It's swords. It's all that kind of stuff. And it comes naturally for us to bring all these elements together on a festival with bands singing about the same stuff. So yeah, we're at King Roa's Hall, and there's a lot of castle banners and shields, and as you said, then we got the Wizard Hut where you can sit and have a beer in somehow a potion lab, or it's with beautiful crystals and stuff like that. And then outside we are having like a huge lights in the trees. So
nice.
Yeah.
So for those who want to see in a person, check a review out for EpicFest, where we cover a bit of the decoration and also give our opinion.
Oh.
Speaking about location and house, it's happening here in Denmark. And Denmark, if I'm correct, is very known of Volbeat. That's the new hit on their MAIr, but we have as well more seasoned band like older bands, King Diamond, Artillery.
Yeah.
So how do you think EpicFest, being the center, the seat of power metal, is still like a great location to be at?
If I'm completely honest with you, the power metal scene sucks in Denmark. It's really, really bad. We have only a small handful of bands. Ironfire is obviously the one of the old guys within the scene, but we hoped with EpicFest to be able to kind of evolve and move something. I mean, it's not dangerous to play metal with a more melodic edge, I think back home here we are pretty safe in what we're doing when speaking of metal. There's a lot of death metal bands, a lot of great death metal bands, a lot of great black metal bands. But the more melodic genre is it has a more hard time, you could say. But with EpicFest, we hope to be able to push some boundaries within the style. To kick some ass.
If you look at EpicFest here, it's sold out pretty quickly, and as well there are a lot of Danish people as well. So it seems they like the dark music. They're still peaked on power metal, so there seems to be an audience somewhere here.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, it's fantastic, and I mean, I also hope that we can somehow inspire people to go out and to check out both our festival, but also the music. We have people that are just regular people coming, which is not metal fans. They just want to come out because they've heard about it and to check out the event.
And that's the beautiful things, because metal is about bringing people among others enjoying music. So it's great to expand the audience that you normally don't see. It's also interesting to see that this fest is organized without any clashes. So what would be the reason that the timeline is set up so everyone can attend each band, even happening in 2 halls?
Yeah. I think it depends on how many bands that you book, and it came naturally this year not to do any clashes because there were 2 stages. I'm fully aware of the capacity limit at Gimle, and that's how I, going to festivals, there will be limited capacities at venues if you are using more than one venue. That's how it is. That's how it is on summer festivals, and that is also how it is on city festivals. There will be limited capacity. What we tried to do this year was to do some signing sessions and some other stuff at the same time as some of the prime bands that were playing at Gimle. But it is tough to
and to change over time is because the amount of bands you had. Because the change time, 30 minutes sometimes between band, is to set up the decor
that's because of you need to do changeovers, But we're trying this year. We have tried to have like the 2 headliners in the same. We have no bands between the mainliners here at King Roa's Hall, so people are here now for most of the evening to see the headliners, and then they in the start and in the end they can switch between the venues.
Amazing. Great thoughts. And with this we are at the end of the interview. Before we end, then we are here in Denmark. Any things you would recommend us? Well, we are getting a plane back to Ireland, to Irish Saw, but any last tips on a Danish trip?
When are you going back home?
Actually, 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay, because tomorrow when we're filming this, there will be our queen. She's there'll be a what's it called? She will deliver the crown to his son tomorrow, so we will get a new king tomorrow.
Amazing.
I think that's pretty metal, and it's pretty not metal. It's pretty fantasy to say.
But yeah, from the fantasy battles, a king is being born. And with this end, we are ending the interview. So thank you all for watching this. Like and subscribe, as we have regular new content. But most importantly, as EpicFest is on for next year, grab your ticket to be there and experience yourself. And follow the page as well. And see you all. Bye. And thank you so much, Søren, for